All right, so I got this new phone, but apparently I can only do a maximum of 30 minutes, just like the old one, which is fine, because 30 minutes is an ungodly amount of time to talk. So this one is going to be, this piece of it's going to be just like a few seconds. Sadly, I haven't been able to figure out a way to make time to sit down and put these videos together. I have the tools to do it. I've done it before. I don't know how to do it off the top of my head, but I figured out how to do it before. I'm sure I can figure out how to do it again. So I guess I'll be uploading this as 2 separate videos, which, is whatever. It is what it is. This one is really just a big nothing video. It's just a goodbye, basically, and wrapping it up. But yeah, I'm getting more. I really hope that I'm going to be getting more hardcore into the keto thing. Really cutting out the sugar, really cutting out the carbs, really jacking up the fat, jacking up the nutrients in terms of the vegetables, especially the greens. Dr. Berg got me thinking really hard about wheatgrass powder. So that stuff is nutrient rich, apparently. Just really striving for maximum awareness, maximum mental sharpness, and maximum physical condition. As a matter of fact, very interestingly, I was at martial arts this morning, and there was a young lady there, and she was talking to somebody was making reference to her doing parkour. So I always wanted to do parkour. So I asked her, I said, where do you do this parkour? She said, well, my family just opened a ninja gym. If you're familiar with the TV show American Ninja, this guy, her dad, actually was on the show. So I said, yeah, I saw that. I stopped in there and some guy gave me a tour, right? And I said, but I don't think it was your dad, because this was like a young guy, I mean, he literally looked like he was like 22 or something like that. And she said to me, oh no, that was my dad. He just looks really young. And this girl was, she had to be 20 or 22 or 18 or something, I don't know. But I said, no, this guy looked like he was just like in college. She's like, no, that's my dad. I said, well, how old is your dad? She said, he's 42. I said, well, what's his secret to say? She said he's just always eating really healthy. He eats literally no sugar. I don't know. I hope I can stay clued into this. I really do, because like I said, I really think God is nudging me in this direction, and I can really see. I feel bad now for not listening to Shannon more carefully and more quickly. She's used to it by now. I'm like uber, ultra super stubborn. So I think she might be used to it by now. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty psyched. Pretty pumped up about this whole new thing. I think sugar really might be the secret poison of the New World Order, of the Illuminati, of the billionaires that are notoriously running around talking about how we have to depopulate the earth and control population. The Bill Gates of the world, the Warren Buffetts of the world, the Jeff Bezos, Tim Smith, whatever the Apple guy is. There's a bunch of them. And obviously there's other good guys on the other side. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, there's the Curves Fitness guy. There's billionaires on the good side, right on the side of light. There's billionaires on the side of Larry Ellison of Oracle. He's apparently appears to be on the good side of things. There's billionaires, just like poor people. There's good and bad poor people. There's good and bad billionaires. The thing about billionaires that's different is that they have the potential. It's not a guarantee, but they have the potential to be extraordinarily influential, because if you're a billionaire, you can buy universities, you can buy publishing companies, you can put publishing companies out of business that aren't publishing what you think they should be publishing. You can buy news channels. You can buy you can have extraordinary influence, and it's kind of an interesting dynamic or irony. I'm not sure if irony is the right word, but typically people who are good are not necessarily like manically fervent, passionate about influencing the world for good. Yeah, they do good, but they're not manic about it. They're not like passionate, like, like really, really exerting themselves to do good. They just do good as they go along their way when they can, But it just seems like the people who are on the dark side, sometimes they are truly manically devoted to doing evil. I think the sense of power that you get from assuming a mentality of control, like who gets to live, who gets to die, that kind of thought process. If we kill these 10 million, it'll help these 100 million, that whole calculus, I think it might be kind of like a spiritual cocaine, or spiritual opium. I think it might just be irresistible to people who allow themselves to be given over to the dark side, and so they become very manic, they become very passionate, fervent, in a maniacal lunatic kind of way. But a billionaire lunatic is a very dangerous thing, and because of the power of influence. And the good guys are just walking around, stereotypically the powerful people on the side of good are just walking around like, hey, I don't have anything to do with that. I don't want to get involved in that. It'll hurt my interests. I'll lose a lot of money, and I don't want to go up against that guy. Nobody wants to criticize anybody in their own peer group anyway, right? I heard Mike Cernovich use that phrase the other day, or actually make that statement. He said, people don't want to criticize people in their own peer group. And it's like, you know what, you're right. I'm a software engineer. I don't want to criticize other software engineers. It makes me look like a troublemaker within my own industry. Doctors don't want to criticize other doctors. Engineers, politicians, preachers, you just go down the line, right? Because, you start criticizing them, they can turn around, they can start criticizing you, and now all of a sudden, you're not doing your job anymore. You're attacking and defending. You're involved in basically a rhetorical war that has the potential to spill over into your career, your money-making machine, So it's very understandable that people don't want to criticize their peers, If I'm a software engineer, I don't really have any very serious compunction about crossing over and criticizing a politician. A politician, what do I care? Or whatever. Doctor, medical situation, whatever, So, it's pretty interesting. Now, I just started rambling now, but I apologize. But, it's pretty interesting because when somebody is in an advanced field, a profession or field of study, who understands that that's not a peer? Basically nobody, right? So that's why people, I believe, that's why it's important for us every day to wake up and walk out in the world and be willing to put it all on the line every single day. Every single day. Put it all on the line for the cause of good. Every single day. Give it all up. Put it all, and by on the line, I mean lay it all at the feet of God and say, hey, thank you for allowing me to have this yesterday. I would love for you to let me have it today again, but if I can't, I'll deal with it. I'll figure out a way to deal with it, and I know you'll help me. Because if you're not willing to put it all on the line every single day, give up your career, give up your money-making machine, give up your house, your creature comforts, your this, you're that, you're this. If you're not willing to, I'm not saying go out and sabotage yourself. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you're not willing to do good, to speak truth, to be a force for good in the world, then what are you exactly? What are you? I think you're a pandering coward. I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's what you are. I think you're a pandering coward. I think you're putting your comforts and your personal interest above truth and goodness. And I think that by definition makes you a pandering coward. Like a little, we have 5 chihuahuas, when they get scared, they just shake, It's like the thought of losing your career just makes you start shaking, in fear and trembling. And the moment you allow yourself to get pushed into that corner, then you're just somebody's, TCH. That's what you are. That's all you are. That's all you are. Because let me tell you, when those little chihuahuas shake, it looks so pathetic. I mean, you love the dogs, right? Because they're dogs and they can't help it. They're little and they're vulnerable. But, you know, we're not supposed to be little and vulnerable, you know. We're supposed to be big and powerful and influential and dauntless. That's what we were made to be, you know. Not evil, not bad, not mean, not, you know, abusive, nothing like that. But dauntless, you know, in our knowledge of what's good and what's right and what's true. Dauntless. Kind of a quiet kind of confidence, like I'm not freaking out, but I'm also not intimidated, you know. I'm kind of in that sweet spot of like a concrete pillar that's 30 feet in diameter, right? That's kind of what I am. You can sit there and wail on me all day long, but I'm not, you know, I'm not budging, and I'm not shaking, and I'm not having any second thoughts about who I am or what I stand for or what I think, you know, just because of your little theatrical freak out show here. I mean, that's not persuasive, you know. So anyway, all right, that's enough rambling for today. God bless you all. Hope you have a wonderful day. And it's very exciting to have a new phone. I hope you're not all cursed by my new phone, because I just go crazy making rambling videos that annoy you half to death. I do take comfort in the fact that you can just simply choose not to watch. All right, God bless you all. Bye.